Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video, and this is a paid request for Walker. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour, a full playthrough, tier list ranking, movie review, re-review, rants, streams, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And this is for Canary Black. What a name. As people pointed out, why don't you just call yourself Black Canary and get sued by DC? Might as well. I was almost going to say this is from Netflix, but I think this is from Amazon Prime, actually. Same difference. But this is the latest film directed by Pierre Morel, who did Taken, which I liked the first Taken. I haven't seen that in a long time. I actually like to revisit that. Hey, someone, give me a request to revisit Taken. Walker, let me know. Come on, do it now. I like to revisit the first Taken. But I do remember liking the first Taken. Some people may feel like, maybe it doesn't hold up because you've seen John Wick and other stuff later on. But I do remember liking the first Taken. Sequels, not so much. From Paris with Love, with John Travolta, I don't mind. I had fun with that movie. But I think he did The Gunman with Sean Penn. Wasn't big on that. Peppermint. Wasn't big on that. Freelance was awful with John Cena. And this one, I'm like, is this the same fucking director? What the hell happened? After Taken, man. I like From Paris with Love, but then he just went downhill. This one stars Kate Beckinsale, which I swear there are some places in this movie her voice sounds like it's AI. Now some not so much, but like there are points like, is that her fucking voice or is that lower boom? Is it AI? Like an AI trying to do her voice? And the plot is very generic, typical. You know where it's going. It has more action scenes than Peppermint, but you're not going to remember much of any of them. They're going to be in one ear, out the other. Okay, so Kate Beckinsale, who was in the Underworld movies, she's a CIA agent. Yeah, there's a little bit of action scene where she's going up against this Asian arms dealer, arms supplier. Kills some people, gets information out of him, and goes back to her home, her boss. Her boss is played by Ray Stevenson, who passed away. Rest in peace to him. And then her husband is Rupert Friend. Is that his name? He's the guy who was the asshole in Jurassic World 7, Rebirth. The one with Scarlett Johansson. He was the asshole worker for the company that, of course, he knows is going to screw everyone over, and he gets eaten by the dinosaurs. So the asshole in that movie plays the husband in this. Which you could probably get, okay. One day she gets contacted that her husband's been taken. I mean, of course, the guy who directed Taken. Now, this girl's husband's been taken. And she's blackmailed into getting this info, this file known as Canary Black, which just sounds fucking stupid. I mean, Canary Black is not something that rolls off the tongue for an action film. I don't want to say Canary Black. It sounds like either a shitty Disney spy sleuth movie or some rejected cartoon. Canary Black. Or some third tier superhero. Canary Black. It sounds stupid. So the rest of the film is her trying to get this file. At one point interrogates someone because supposedly the file's in his tooth, but there's nothing in there. She runs away, shot at. Now People think she's a traitor. So the CIA is after her. The bad guys want her. The bad guys want her because they think she's got the file. The CIA thinks she's a traitor, so they're after her for that. She gets help from some people, including this hacker lady, as well as this other guy. Get some help from them, some contacts she had. You have a few action scenes here and there. Nothing really to run home about. If you've seen any direct-to-video film from the 90s, you've probably seen better action than you have in this. There's this guy who has a mask on. She fights him, stabs him, finds out it was someone who's a neighbor of hers. She takes the deputy director of the CIA hostage to get his password, breaks one or two fingers, has to go to the server. The only things that really stood out to me is there's an early scene where she steps on a bomb and it's like a bouncing Betty. So, yes, of course, this is ridiculous, but she lets it fly, hits it, it goes out the window, explodes. As goofy as that is, at least it was. The idea was fun. The implementation, there's a little bit of trying to be suspenseful. Like, she's not going to die, but how's she going to get out of this? Again, it may be silly, ridiculous, but, if Jason Statham did it, I wouldn't be complaining. Which, well, there's a scene, not that, but if you watch the trailer to The Transporter, there's a scene where there's someone shoots like a rocket. He uses a thing to deflect it. It like goes to the oven. But they cut that out of the movie. It's in the deleted scenes. It's in the trailer where that song, "Ricochet off the wall, y'all. We're doing a brawl." And he does this, like, I forget what he used, like a pan or something, and deflects the missile. I kind of wish that was in the movie. Yes, it's ridiculous, but you kind of know that kind of movie's going to be ridiculous. Same with this, but at least that was a little scene I didn't mind. Also, there's a scene where when she got to get to the server, in order to do it, the hacker lady has a drone. So Kate Beckinsale has to grab onto the drone, and the drone flies into the air with her hanging off it. Looks like something Batman would do. So she's hanging on this flying drone as it's flying her to the server. She lands. And then when she escapes, she got to kind of hold on to it while it flies to the ground. I don't know, that was kind of fun. I mean, at least it was a little bit something I don't get to see every day. That's like little things here and there. One thing leads to another. She now has the file. She gets in contact with the bad guys. She gets caught. They got the thing. It's this virus that's going to cause a full system crash, a doomsday virus. The way to describe it, it's the thing from Escape from LA. That's really what it is. You hit something, it'll take out all the power, all the shit of a certain country. So you could target the US, you could target Russia, you target all these countries and take out their power, their internet, their services. I'm like, so it's the fucking thing from Mystique from LA. Where he sent everything back to the Stone Age at the end. Welcome to the human race. So, I mean, it's Steve from LA, despite some really dodgy CGI, is a better movie than this. Steve from LA is a much better movie than this. I'd rather go watch Steve from LA if I want that fucking doomsday virus, computer virus plot. This is a computer virus, not actual virus. But, yeah, so it's a doomsday computer virus. It's just like Steve from LA. So the bad guy, which is, they don't know how to make bad guys nowadays. They don't know how to have someone like a Lance Henriksen from Stone Cold or Hard Target or Brian, Yeah, Brian Bos was stone cold. You don't have a Alan Rickman. You don't have a your Bennett from Commando, Terry Tagawa and Mortal Kombat or Showdown Little Tokyo. They don't have those kind of bad guys. They don't have those kind of actors anymore, apparently. And he's wearing this mask that looks like fucking Destro from G.I. Joe. And it said, give me all your money or I'll fuck up your country. And just to show you I mean business. Poor old Singapore. What did Singapore do? Do you have a Singapore team match and lost? So you're like, fuck Singapore. I'm going to fuck up Singapore. I don't know. They fucked up Singapore. Ray Stevenson finds where she's kind of at, but then he kills a couple people but gets killed. I mean, they didn't really do anything because his death didn't mean anything. Meaning, if his death helped someone else find where they were at, or helped Kate Beckinsale escape or something, but no. He kills a few, he gets killed, left somewhere, and then that's it. Kate Beckinsale finds him later, cries for a bit, then goes on. Kate's tied up, her husband is there. They both escape, kill some of the people, and you find out Rupert Friend, the husband, is this guy who goes after arms dealers. He's this guy who does love her. The marriage isn't a lie, but this guy they were looking for who goes after arms dealers, he's the guy. And you kind of know there's something going to be up with the guy, whether he's the bad guy or he's this other guy. But you know there's going to be some kind of twist, and that was obvious. You just know it, something like that was coming. And then pretty much Kate Beckinsale gets to a firefight, shoots a couple people. They're trying to upload the computer virus. She is shooting some more bad guys, has a fist fight with the lead bad guy. They go over the banister. She stabs him. Shuts the thing down. When is that, like 99%? Almost 100. Shuts the thing off. Everything's fine. They do through all the cliches, all the tropes that you... That's the thing. This... You know, someone said this is like... a bot wrote this film. That's what it seems like it. Because it took whatever generic stuff you think about this type of film and kind of plays it step by step. There's nothing original about this. There's no ingenuity about this. The action scenes are just kind of generic. The shootout scenes is just been there, done that. You're not going to remember them a day or two afterward. Kate Beckinsale, sometimes her voice sounds a bit weird. I don't know if it's just because she's trying to do an American accent or whatever, or I didn't early on, sometimes it sounded like an AI voice. Ray Stevenson, rest in peace to him. He does what he can, but he's pretty much the, I don't want to say father figure, but he's a guy who he's really the only one she could trust. Granted, it doesn't help out at the end. And the bad guys are... This comes off as very, very generic. Very typical. Very forgettable. In one ear, out the other. And people would say, well, can you just watch this in the background? But why would you? Like, there's so many... I'm not going to be that lenient when there's so many action films in this genre that you could watch. I don't like Atomic Blonde, but Atomic Blonde was better than this movie. I mean... What's better, this or Peppermint? I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel the same way about both. I know some people said Peppermint was like the Punisher. I'm like... I mean, it's about a vigilante killing people, but that's about it. Quality-wise, they're two totally different animals. I put in like films like Canary Black. It shows me a bunch of films I've never heard of. Classified, Cleaner, Gunner, Black Warrant, Inheritance, The Bricklayer. I've heard of The Bricklayer, I haven't seen it. Long Gone Heroes. Take Cover with Scott Adkins. Hounds of War, Frank Grillo. Aftermath, Dylan Sprouse. Chief of Station. Okay. All the Old Knives. What the fuck are some of these movies? The 355, Anna, Jolt, and Salt. Salt was... I don't like that film either. Fucking kidding me? If you like this movie, check out Salt. I didn't like Salt either with Angelina Jolie. Haywire? That was pretty lame. I don't know. These other suggestions aren't that great either. I don't know. Yeah, take that for you will. I don't know what to say. This was just meh. Very blasé, very meh kind of film. If you like the film, that's fine. It ain't for me. See, I'm like trying to think of other I mean, when I was saying action films, I mean, check out the 90s action films, the 80s action films. Like, why would you need this in the background? Hell, check out The Takedown of Beverly Hills with Ken Wall. Check out Showdown Little Tokyo with Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren. Check out Zero Tolerance with Robert Patrick. Check out Deadly Outbreak with Jeff Speedman. The Perfect Weapon with Jeff Speedman. Check out PM Entertainment films. Last Man Standing with Jeff Wincott. Or even the Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis. There's so many other action films. Striking Distance with Bruce Willis. Hard Target and various other Van Damme films. Men of War with Dolph Lundgren. I could go on and on of action films you could just watch other than this. Hell, Underworld 1 Evolution, which is the second one. No, yeah, I think that was the second one. Even Underworld Awakening, like those I would put above this. Like, it's just so generic in plot and story and dialogue and the fight. Like, it's also weird to watch this because I was talking about how Taken some people may feel is antiquated, but that was 2008, give or take, and I think Liam Neeson really helps propel that film with his character, his acting, and that really helps the first Taken. I really do like that. This, when you see the way Pierre Morel does the action in a world where John Wick, Nobody, Violent Night, what was it, the Day Shift, Extraction 1 and 2, there's no reason these action scenes should look this fucking generic. When you see, I know people, well, you just want to copy it? I'm just saying those were better action scenes compared to this. And it's not the story. It doesn't have a sense of humor, quirky dialogue. It doesn't have eccentric, interesting characters. The lead character, she's a CIA agent. She got to do her job. Her husband's taken. Her acting is off. And I don't hate Kate Beckinsale as an actress, but I don't think she did a great job in this. So, like, what do you get out of it? Other than you want to waste time and you need to see every spy film or something like that. So, yeah. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.